Hey everybody, welcome back to Falcon Blues TV. It's your boy Sachin, the American commentator. And after 100 or so odd days, Everton are back. And what better way to start off the season or the restart with the Merseyside derby, which, first of all, they shouldn't even be playing, in my opinion. It's all a cash grab, especially with the state that the UK is in currently. I mean, we're not much better over here, but it's all about the 700 million pound or so that the clubs would lose. So I can see them playing a few games, Liverpool getting crowned the champion, and then canceling again. But anyways, we're here to review the match. So to start us off, I thought the lineup, I thought it was pretty solid. A little surprised to see Gordon get his first start, but in all fairness, I did not think that was the problem. I thought the issue was Iwobi getting the start on the left, and frankly, he played about 45 minutes longer than he should have. I think he got subbed on like what 88th minute or whatnot, and he should have been off at halftime because he was literally hiding in a corner. He did nothing. But back to the lineup. Other than that, Dom and Richie up top, yeah, can't replace them. If anything, you move Iwobi, you drop him, you move Richie to the wing, and you put Keane up top. But first match, I can see why Carlo did what he did. Midfield, Davies and Gomez. Glad Schneiderlin's not in there. Delph's hurt, so I can't see that clown. And then Gordon and Iwobi, which I discussed on the back line, yeah, solid. Holgate, first name on the team sheet. Coleman, need him for his defensive ability because Sidibe hasn't got a clue what's going on, and nor does he know what an offside line is. And then Keane and Dean. But maybe Baines could have been included. Maybe next week or on Wednesday versus Norwich, because let's start with that. Dean was pretty dreadful in possession. He had a few crosses which were just terrible, and then he gave the ball away. He was really hard done on that yellow. Mike Dean should be nowhere near any PL game, let alone the Merseyside derby, given his bias with his kids with season tickets. But let's go to this before we get into the match. Just talk about the officiating. What a joke! You see John Moss a few days ago, just absolutely laughable. He was going to give a PK for an incident that the player wasn't even touched, and if not for VAR, it would have been a PK for Man U, and they would have stolen the 3 points for Spurs. But thankfully, with VAR in that instance. But Mike Dean's atrocious. The Luca Dean foul, never a yellow, clean as day. Mane, if you watch the replay, you can see him in the air realize, oh, I need a dive here because he's done it before and he'll do it again. And he gets the decision. I thought they were definitely going to score, but they didn't, thankfully. Nick off Gomez's head off the wall saved us. And then there's another dreadful incident. It was right near the halfway line, but in the Liverpool half. And Coleman does really well to get a good tackle in. Kind of physical, but, nothing too hard. And then Mike Dean blows the whistle again. This is right when we were maintaining about 5 minutes of possession in their half, and it just killed us all. It was literally like he was their man of the match by far. No one played well for them. No one except Van Dijk. But he always plays well. And Matip, because when Lovren got on, he was dreadful. But let's start with the beginning. You have to say that Carlo Ancelotti, it's nice to see a manager who actually has a clue what tactics are and how to organize a team, because for a neutral, it probably was a pretty bad game. But from my point of view and from an Everton standpoint, it was spot on. We got killed 5-2 in the reverse fixture. Now, we definitely, I won't say we controlled the game, but we definitely prevented them from doing what they do best, and we had the best chances. I have a little stat here. Mane was dispossessed more often than any Premier League game since September, and Trent did not have a single chance from open play, which is one of the few times that's happened this year. So you see just from those two, those are the two danger men coming in, because they had no Salah, they had no Robbo, Firmino sucks, Fabinho's good, Naby Keita played, I think, pretty decent for them. But that was because we don't have legs in the midfield other than Davies, and he played all right. But going back to the tactics, Carlo got a spot on. He knew 2 blocks of 4, well drilled. And what I was impressed with was how Dom and Richie knew when to press and when not to press. They weren't running around like headless chickens, which they kind of used to do, especially Richie when he gets frustrated. But I thought they were all drilled. Everyone knew their job, even Iwobi, even if he wanted to hide in the corner in possession. But he helped out on Coleman quite a bit, and Coleman and Holgate were by far and away the best players on the pitch. Holgate, he is going to be our captain. He should be our captain whenever Coleman doesn't starts getting dropped, but he is a true leader, and he gets what it's all about, and he will not back down from anybody. I would say he's my man of the match, even though Coleman was probably a close second, just because for a 23-year-old to come in with Michael Keane of all people and just not miss a beat after 100 days against the best attack, arguably. That's very, very well done. Even though Coleman did a great shift, too. He had the most tackles, I think, and most dispossessions. But I have to give it to my guy Mace because he played absolutely amazing. But going to the match, actually, 3 chances for Richarlison, and we don't get anything from any of them. The first chance, in the 3rd minute, I don't even think that was a shot. I think he was trying to square it. But 3rd minute, what can you do? The 2 chances I really have issue with is the one where Gylfi came on, won the ball, played it to Dom quickly, and then Dom played a one-touch pass over the top, and Richie was through. And I think it was Joe Gomez closing him down, and he just skied it over. And I think maybe it's the first game back, but if Richie's in mid-season form, you see him cut that back, both defenders go flying, slots out the left foot in far post, 1-0. We've all seen that how good he can be. And frankly, he was poor, but he was still one of our better players just because of how good he is. But going back to the big chance, the Davies Dom chance, Everton that. Back heel doesn't come off. He goes off the post. You think the fans are cursed? We're just cursed, but we didn't lose. They didn't win the league here. So I guess maybe next year we get the result, but it hurts. It hurts after, not when you look at when I watched the extended highlights. We really did well, other than the few dangerous free kicks they had due to bad calls because Mike Dean's a clown. But other than that, we bossed them in the sense that we were the ones dictating the play, not the tempo, but the play in the sense that we stifled them. We shut down the 2 danger men exquisitely well, and we deserve more. We deserve better, but what can you do? But the 3rd chance I want to discuss about Richie, where he could have squared Iwobi, and there's just still going on Twitter showing that he had a clear path. Iwobi was clear, but honestly, yeah, he probably should have because it's a team game and you have to trust your teammates. But Iwobi, I could see Iwobi skying that. I could totally see Iwobi just blowing that sitter, and Richie, after the comments he came out with about Van Dijk not being good and whatnot, he needed to perform and he didn't. But I can understand why he did that. If you ask him, maybe he passes it next time, maybe he doesn't and does it again, but it's just a shame. It's just a shame that it had to end 0-0. But let's talk about the subs now. I thought Gylfi was motivated. Gylfi actually put in a challenge and tried. Bernard, I don't understand why we gave Bernard about 4 minutes with extra time included, and then Moise Keane had 30 seconds. Is this punishment for his Corona party or whatnot? But I don't understand that one bit. Especially with how Iwobi played. I thought Bernard should have been on, at halftime. But I thought the youngster, Anthony Gordon, did very well. A couple passes where he tried to spring Dom in behind. That just didn't work. But you can see that he definitely cares and definitely tries. And I was impressed with the defensive ability because he was definitely bursting everywhere. He was. I remember seeing him on the middle of the pitch. The play was switched, and he just sprinted to the other side and closed down and Trent, and I was really impressed because he was putting the shift and he gets what it's all about. So give him the start again in Norwich, let him run at these players, and confidence will grow and it'll be good for us. The midfield, I thought Davies was better than Gomez. Gomez just doesn't look like he can play in that midfield too, if you ask me. He doesn't have the legs. Davies was energetic, didn't really give the ball away, which I'm happy because we all know Davies can just be kind of lazy. Gomez was quality when he had the ball. Always is. Always will be. The issue is Keita and Fabinho, even Hendo, were just kind of untouchable for a sense. And I thought that maybe Carlo would switch to a 4-3-3, drop Iwobi as a number 10, to match him, but he didn't. But I thought that was an issue. I thought Gomez's lack of pace, and then when Gylfi came on, didn't really offer. He was playing left mid. the left wing, but didn't really we don't really have that engine. You can see where we would miss like a James McCarthy or even Gbamin if that's what he's supposed to do. Whether he does it or well or not, I don't know. But if we had a McCarthy or a Besic was not hurt and could do something, I think that would have been just to put in that challenge and to be that engine. Because at times I could see us getting sluggish and we weren't, other than Davies, just weren't able to really touch them or match them until they pushed a little harder, which was unfortunate because if we had gotten a couple more turnovers in the middle of the park and we were able to spring, the space was in there behind from the beginning. With the high line they play and with the pace we have, we should have been looking to just play long balls over the top. And Carlo talked about it after about how he wanted to play out the back, but couldn't. But it was apparent to me that you just need to send it over the top, and especially when Lovren got on, that was the meta for sure, because that guy cannot defend to save his life. Absolute clown, joke of defender. I could probably do better than him out there sometimes, because he's lost the plot, no clue what's going on. But that's about it. It's a shame. I'm not glad it's back, but I will say that I did truly miss Everton play. And it was nice to see Carlo looking very slim and dapper per usual, but that was nice to see him healthy. And it is nice. I do miss the lads. It's just wish that the fans were there because I was thinking about my first and only match was the 2018 derby, 0-0 when Rooney got subbed off by Sam Allardyce was mad. But I just think about the atmosphere and what it meant, and it just there was no even when I woke up here, in the States, there was no apprehension or the tenseness that comes with it, because there are no fans. It's not. I remember the pubs, the Black Horse, the Winslow, all of them. Not the Winslow, Black Horse and the Brick, excuse me. But and the atmosphere is so palpable. You can feel it, what it means, and it just wasn't there yesterday. But we didn't lose. I'll take that. Should have won. Maybe next year. On to Norwich. Up the fucking Toffees. Colin Chong.